Today we are here to talk about workplace relationships and professional responsibilities. Before we begin our discussion today, I would like to acknowledge that the CRNS operates on Treaty 4 territory and additionally acts in the public interests on Treaty 2, 5, 6, 8, and 10 territories. We respect and honor the treaties that were made on all territories. We acknowledge the truth of our past, and we are committed to move forward in partnership with Indigenous people in the spirit of reconciliation and collaboration. We are all treaty people.
Donna, let's discuss what the RN's role or responsibility is in developing or maintaining a collaborative workplace.
What our discussion will focus on today is the professional responsibilities of registered nurses. And although there are many different people that work in healthcare settings, our focus will be on CRNS members. The list of professional accountabilities and responsibilities that we will highlight today is not exhaustive, and I encourage everyone to review these 3 documents that are the foundation of registered nursing practice in Saskatchewan: the Practice Standards, Entry-Level Competencies or ELCs, and Code of Ethics. One of the roles described in the ELCs is collaborator, which is the focus of our posts in the CRNS Connects Facebook group in July. Nurses are generally very good at participating in collaborative professional relationships. Most times, workplaces have very strong and functional collaborative relationships where all or most members of the multidisciplinary team work well together, are respectful of what everyone brings to their roles in ensuring that the care is the best it can be in the interest of their clients. They work hard at communicating effectively, work with leadership and others to solve workplace problems when they arise, collaborate on decision-making, and resolve conflict at the lowest level when it arises. These collaborative workplaces generally just don't happen on their own. Nurses are intentional about how they show respect for others and take accountability for their own decisions and actions. Nurses work collaboratively to develop a moral community. As part of this community, nurses acknowledge their responsibility to contribute to positive and healthy practice environments. Nurses support a climate of trust that sponsors openness, encourages the act of questioning the status quo, and supports those who speak out in good faith to address concerns that impact client care or their ability to be a vital part of that moral community. Most workplaces are healthy and function very well. However, there are times when working with others can become quite challenging, stressful, and difficult. However, everyone deserves to be treated with dignity and respect. Nurses are one of the most trusted professions and are known for their ongoing demonstrations of compassion, kindness, and empathy toward their clients and the families they care for. It is also important and necessary that nurses extend this to those they work with and themselves. It is also important to learn more about how to effectively manage conflict, and when conflict occurs, nurses need to practice self-reflection on how to improve and enhance their conflict resolution and collaboration skills to maintain their part in collaborative, healthy, strong workplace relationships. Earning and maintaining the trust and respect of your colleagues and leadership goes a long way to being part of that moral community. Expanding on the concept of managing conflict, Cathy, what is an RN's role if conflict arises either between them and someone else or between other healthcare providers in the workplace?
CRNS always recommends finding a solution at the low-level resolution. What that means is that the nurse and the other person try to work collaboratively to resolve the issue. This might mean focusing on how to have difficult conversations in a respectful way and with a solutions-based approach. To initiate the conversation, you might try taking a break with the person and going to a private area to have a discussion. It is important that you listen, ask questions, respond, don't react, seek to understand, explain your reasons, ask for feedback, and make a plan to move forward.
Cathy, what happens if a nurse finds themselves in a situation where low-level resolution is not working and they'd like to know what to do next?
The Resolving Professional Practice Issues, a toolkit for RNs, is a document that may help. It includes a framework that outlines how to escalate ongoing concerns through the proper channels. This document can be found on the CRNS website under Practice and Education, Nursing Practice Resources, RN Practice Resources page, under Tools and Templates. Donna, what happens if RNs are told not to report situations where workplace relationships are less than optimal?
As advisors, we provide practice consultation to registrants on a variety of topics, and sadly, at times we have heard that this is the situation for some. There are many statements in the RN practice standards, ELCs, and Code of Ethics that speak to a nurse's responsibility for identifying and resolving workplace conflict. In these situations, it may be helpful to highlight these professional obligations to others who are discouraging efforts at resolution using solutions-based approaches. Sharing this information to raise awareness or to highlight the professional obligation of RNs may help move things along in the right direction. These documents can be found on the CRNS website under the Practice and Education tab, Practice Resources. There are also ways to utilize union processes to document and advance workplace concerns that are impacting your ability to function optimally in your role or to provide care in the safest way possible. There are supports and tools available, and it is important to use all the resources and tools necessary. Cathy, what are some of the challenges with managing conflict in the workplace?
Healthcare professionals are people. We all have emotions that come into play when conflict arises. Sometimes that can be difficult to navigate. Workplaces are busy and the demands are high. Finding time to properly address conflict can be hard, but is necessary when issues need to be addressed. Some of us find any form of conflict difficult, even productive conflict. If you find that this is the case for you, this could be a great area to explore for your continuing competence program. There are many great resources that can help you develop more skills and competence in this area. It is important to focus on self-care, as it allows you to practice at your best and to find ways to focus on healthy collaboration with others. Self-reflection is always important as we evaluate our ongoing practice and continue to determine what we are doing well and things we need to focus on to improve our nursing practice. Donna, is there any additional information you'd like to share on this topic?
I think it would be helpful to note that when CRNS asked what important topics registrants wanted to learn more about, workplace relationships were on that list. This tells us two important things: that nurses are committed and interested in better understanding their roles and responsibilities in relation to collaborative workplaces, and that for some, there may be workplace relationship issues that they feel need to be addressed. CRNS is currently presenting a series of articles that might contain helpful information for when things are not going so well and workplace violence exists. Some of the information we shared today may be a repeat for you if you've been following that series. But if it has not been in your awareness and you believe that this is your situation, please access those articles and/or reach out to the nursing advisors for practice and education. Cathy touched on opportunities to consider creating some learning goals for CCP. Multidisciplinary teams have many different healthcare professionals within them. Regulated professions may have similar expectations in terms of professional responsibilities and accountabilities, and the remaining key members of the team who might be unregulated but following workplace expectations for code of conduct and workplace values. Ultimately, if everyone is focused on what is best for the client, it is easier to be fully engaged and committed to the development and maintenance of collaborative workplace relationships. We recognize that generally, nurses are workplace leaders and are doing great work in a variety of roles and workplace settings, and we thank you for that. Hopefully, this session has been helpful, and we look forward to other opportunities to connect with you.
Thank you, Donna and Cathy. If you have any follow-up questions, CRNS nursing advisors are available by phone at 1-800-667-9945 or 306-359-4227 or by email at practiceadvice@crns.ca.